Hello everyone and welcome back. I had a few ideas about what to do with the wheel and the numbers that keep coming up on it. Before I try that quickly though, I just want to check downstairs because I wondered if having another look at... Whoops. Where's it gone to? There we go. Having another look at this glue, I did wonder if I wasn't actually supposed to... I know I kind of dismissed it out of hand last time, but I wonder if actually I wasn't supposed to take these shaded circles into account after all. So what I'm going to try very quickly, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this at all, is just basically, if this is the sun, then these could be the two innermost planets to the sun, or a pair of planets anyway. So we're going to turn off that one, whoops, and that, and then if we go back to this setting, and we're going to, like I said very quickly, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, we're going to try possibly the two most closest planets, which would be Mercury and Venus. So we'll give those a quick try. And I've already forgotten which symbols I'm looking for. So Mercury and Venus, which was this one. So if we activate, maybe we'll try Mars and Earth. Like I say, it does seem to be a pair of planets. So we can just try the various pairs. There's only 4 of them. Nope. And next up was Jupiter and Saturn, which would be, that is Jupiter, I believe. Saturn is this one. Nope. And finally Uranus and Neptune, which will be the last two, and I don't have a clue which ones those are. This one possibly as Uranus and then Neptune. Nope. Well, it was worth a try. Maybe we would have gained something from it. So that out the way then. What we have for the numbers is, I think I was getting overly fixated on the 3 symbols which, according to the clue, if we go back to it, made up the star. And then back to the 4x4 grid, basically, you've got this here. Now I'm wondering if that's not just a bonus, and the unlocking of this particular box here, which isn't what we're looking for. Essentially what we're looking for is the unlocking of this key plate, and that would be unlocked by putting in the right combinations for these 3 symbols, which we weren't focusing on initially. So if we look at these 3 symbols, we've got, and I'll make a note of them so I don't forget which ones they are. We've got those 3, and going back to the wheel then, I wondered if this wasn't supposed to be linked in some way to the telescope coordinates. So if we position the particular symbol we're looking for at the top, then that gives us 3 sets of numbers, quite possibly. And 3 sets of numbers is what we're looking to put into the computer for the telescope coordinates. So I'll make a note of the 3 numbers for each of the symbols. Again, we'll see if this works. If this works, fine. And in that case, I was overthinking it with, the various symbols around each of the 3 sections. But if we take it as in the symbol has to be at the top and that provides the 3 numbers like so, then can we put those into the telescope to give us something to do with a 4x4 grid? So we'll go to the telescope, we'll try the first set. So we've got 18, 0, 3, 41. So this could be 18. A lot of clicking involved now. We could have 0, 3. No, we can't have 0, 3. Okay, so the declination basically seems to go from 15 to 29. Well, in that case, we'll call this 18 then. We'll try this as 0, 3 maybe? Yeah, that could work. And then 41 here. Okay, well we'll enter that and we'll see what happens. So if we look through the telescope now, oh, okay, so this could be the 4x4 grid? Maybe. So you've got, so it's a 4x4 grid, so we've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's worth a try. Alright, so if we think of it this way, so that's the top 2 points, and then we've got basically miss a row, and then we've got that one and that one, kind of. Alright. So what I'll put in the next lot and we'll see if that gives us something similar then. So we've got, what was it, 27? Let me just double check. Yeah, 27, 26, 13. Okay. So now then, so it was 18, 0, 3, 41. So if we put them in the same positions, then we're going to have 27, and then at the top would be 26, and then 13. Okay, let's see if that does something. And that gives us Yeah, we could try and fit that into a 4x4 grid. So we're going to have positions at the bottom left and the bottom right, and then what's that, across 1 and up 2, and across 2 and up 1, something like that. Yeah, we'll try that. And then the final one was 16, 47, 53. So that definitely seems like it should fit in the right way. So you got, yeah, 16, 47, and 53. I'm hoping this goes up to 53. Yeah. And that gives us, yeah, that should still fit into a grid, so let's map it out quickly. 4 and 4, and we want something like that. Those two at either end, that one's next to it, and that one's, yeah, that should work. Well, fingers crossed anyway. So the pattern for the lines is gonna be that, and then those two. Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Pattern, this one is going to be either end, and then that. Okay. And finally we've got that, those two down there, and this one. Excellent. Job well done. Now I wonder if we can do the same for this then. So we want that, which is going to be 22. Let's make a note of this. 22, 37, 93. We've got, that's going to be, that doesn't seem quite right then, does it? 470778. Not quite sure how this is going to work out, because on the telescope 35, 52, 53, that doesn't seem to match up the declination degrees at all, because it only goes up to 29. So we can't have 47 and we can't have 35. Is it subtracting? What does the clue tell me? All three go into one. So all three coordinates go into one set? No, then you'd have minuses, possibly. Is it the range? 22 to 47 would leave 25. 07 to 52 would leave 45. And that would be 40. Okay, we'll try that. I'm not convinced that's right, but we'll give it a quick try. So the middle one is, what did I say, 45. And this one is 40. I'm pretty sure the telescope just basically keeps going around even if you put something nonsensical into it, so does this give us anything interesting? Oh, we've got a nice star cluster down here. I wonder if we can... That's very slowly coming to focus, but I don't believe that's what we're looking for with the 4x4 grid. So we'll leave that for the time being. I think we'll take our prize key and be done with it. That's basically what we're looking for. Now then, what is behind the final door? I suspect we're getting very close, certainly. Okay, so this is where the coins have been pilfered from. Is this... So if you have all the coins, it's going to show up... I'm sure we're missing more than that. And if you have all the figures... Huh. So is this just a bonus area then? And yes, we're definitely missing a couple of those. And a couple of the pictures. Okay, so this might very well be a bonus area. Or... and the photos. What have we got on the desk then? Ah, the Eyes of... okay. It makes some sense. So this is presumably the constellation pattern where we think these guys originated from. So let's... I think this has got some definite insights, so it's probably worth a quick read, to be honest. So it's a signalling beacon. Do we think he was lost to the storm? It's a bit sad. So where's the device then? So everything was set up. And it just needed activating, and obviously it didn't get activated in the end. Does that mean we actually have to find all the possible unlocks? And then we get to find the end piece? That could be a bit tricky, considering I wasn't... Where does that go then? I was going to say this could be very well a bit tricky, considering I wasn't sure about how to get, you know, half the missing bits and pieces. I don't recall anywhere that this disc could go other than here. I'm pretty sure if we step out of this area, is this going to be... Yep, a different place. So basically this area is in and itself the end area, I suspect. We're missing some coins in here, so are those going to pop up anywhere? And we need to find... Oh, we can actually see the pictures. That's good. Yep, there's the clock and the shield. And that's the picture within the picture in the dining table area. Right, so we definitely have to... Coins, figures, photos, the blue lights, and then the pictures. This could be most troublesome. And then I suspect then if we find all of these, we get to unlock these buttons, and this will do something over this conspicuously blank area here where we can place that, and that resolves the whole situation. Right then, how on earth are we going to do that? Because I certainly know in the initial area where we came into the castle, there were various bits and pieces that I hadn't the foggiest idea about. So we'll go back here, and we can see that we're missing a couple of coins, a couple of photos, and then the big painting. Well, I suspect I know where the painting is. If I recall correctly, no, it wasn't this way. It was down the hallway. Ah, no, I know where it was. It was back this way. Keep going this way. I'm getting turned around all over the place. I didn't need to be going in this direction at all. Which way? Ah, I think it was this way after all. Yeah, because then you have to go up this hidden staircase area. And it was there in the background. And you could get to it down this ladder, but how do you get up there is the question. Now, if we had a map of the castle, is that one of the wings? Quite possibly the one with all the stone statues along the corridor? I don't recall there being a trap door though. Well, let's go... And it definitely wasn't further up this way, because all that was up this bit was the this here. And there wasn't a secret... No, there's not a secret passageway. Well, I don't know where the coins might be, and I'm not sure where the photos are. There was the area that we were missing over here, because we couldn't find that last stone head. And I did have a thorough search for that and I still couldn't spot it. I have a horrible sneaking suspicion that this is going to unfortunately devolve into tedium, and I was actually quite enjoying it up until this point. I don't mind having, you know, little bits of collectibles, but I do mind having to mandatorily find them, basically. Otherwise you miss out on what is, I suspect, the ending at this point. Okay, so if we go back through here, and then we need to be upstairs, and I really need a map of the castle at this point. So it was a long corridor with basically a trapdoor in the floor. I don't think it's this area. There doesn't appear to be anything in the floor anyway, unless you start pulling up carpet and rugs, and it doesn't look like it's going to let me do that. So instead we'll go back to the next joining door. And if we go up the winding steps, then we had a corridor along here. But again, it doesn't look as if, and I certainly don't recall missing a hidden trapdoor, as it were. And looking at it from the other angle, oh, well, there's a couple of coins anyway, so that's that's all the coins, at least in this part. So that's handily decent. What else are we missing? So just 2 of those and a picture. So that's not too terribly bad. And I suspect I know where... I suspect actually I know where all of them are. So one of the blue ones could well be in that box up in the observatory, which we have to try and figure out how the coordinates gain us a 4x4 grid pattern. And the second one, there was that the yellow, I forget what the term for it is now, the yellow lights fitting into a constellation pattern, which would quite possibly unlock another one of these. And the yellow light we're missing may come from the planetarium. Don't know about the picture though. That's possibly tucked away somewhere, but at least we have an idea of how to get those ones. As for the rest of it, okay, so let's go with what we know then. So, is it a different sun then? I thought it was this sun, but it could be this one. Judging by that. Again, it's worth a try. And I did say I wasn't going to mess around with these anymore, but unfortunately now I'm being forced to, and that's not... dear. Okay, so we want, what, the two closest ones again? So it's going to be Mercury and Venus. Let's try and remember the planet symbols without needing to go back to the poster every time. Nope. Nope. Earth and Mars. So Earth is definitely this one, and Mars is that one. He looks fairly God of War-like. Well, we can always try Jupiter and Saturn again. Jupiter and Saturn was that one. Well, we'll give Uranus and Neptune a try just for the sake of completion's sake. So this was that Uranus? I think it was, wasn't it? Yes. And Neptune is this one. Apparently not. Alright, let's go back upstairs. So there was definitely nothing else in this particular area apart from the computer. We got the unlockable plate, so that's fair enough. We followed it back downstairs. This doesn't seem to do anything else. There's no... Although it is still usable, as in you can click on it, so it would seem to possibly indicate there's a further purpose for it. Maybe the box up in the observatory has the unlocking key for it, and then that's where you get the core from. That could be it. So we come down here, and this is definitely a progression area. So I think we're supposed to come into here. We've got the final journal entry. It did mention going outside to the docks and securing the boat, so it might be worth just nipping out there quickly just in case, and having a quick peek and seeing if anything's happened there. But it does seem to me that we do have to basically find all the rest of the bits and pieces so that we can unlock these buttons, which are, at the moment, refusing to open up. It might be worth trying to just focus on one of these. So if you focus on, for example, the coins I was going to say, but we seem to be missing 5 coins in this area, and I'm not sure where they are. So maybe these? Is there a button for those? That's... oh, there's no button for those either. So the coins have a button, the figurines or figures have a button, and the pictures have a button. Well, I don't exactly know how we're going to focus on either the figures or the pictures, considering I'm not entirely sure where those are whatsoever. But maybe just have another scan through the entire place and see if there are any tucked away that I missed. I've been to this castle quite a number of times now that I think I'd found them all if they were obviously to be found. But we'll go through again and have another look. So I'll go out to the docks, I'll have a look there just in case. I can scan through the castle and try and find these ones, and maybe have a think about how on earth I'm supposed to get to these ones. But that definitely seems like another time, because I think there's going to be a lot of toing and froing and staring inanely at walls and floors and ceilings just in case there's something I've missed somewhere. So I'll see you next time, and hopefully I'll have an answer of how to progress.